So today we're going to be looking at NotebookLM because it's announced some new updates this month in December. And we're going to be covering some of the newest ways that I've found to use this for SEO, for content creation, to get more leads, get more traffic and sales with SEO. We're going to jump straight into it. Now, one of the amazing things about NotebookLM is that you can actually get free access. So not only do you get all of these updates, not only is it actually great for creating content, and I'll show you many different ways that you can actually use this, but also you can just get access for free. So let's get straight into it. So the way that you're going to get access to this is through notebooklm.google. If you want to get free access to all the video notes and prompts I show you today, get my free course link in the comments description. And once you've logged in, you're going to see something that looks like this. Now, when you're using NotebookLM, basically it's very simple. You just create a notebook, right? You're going to create new over here. And then from here, you can just drag and drop any sources that you want. Now, one of the best things that you can actually do with NotebookLM is just train it on you, your voice, your brand, because one of the biggest problems, for example, when you're using, for example, ChatGPT or these other tools, it's very generic, right? It doesn't feel personalized and tailored to you, your brand, who you are, etc. Whereas inside NotebookLM, you can actually add sources via a link, via websites, YouTube, etc. You can copy and paste text. You can even add your own internal Google Slides and Google Docs. And you can see here, you can actually have 300 sources. So you can train a project on NotebookLM with 300 different sources. Maybe you've got tons of blogs or tons of YouTube content, and then you can use that for content generation. Now, here's a few examples. So we could take a few blogs from my website, then we can use these as sources inside the notebook. So I'm just going to paste in the URL right here and we'll insert it. Then we'll add a new source. And basically what we're doing here is training NotebookLM on our data and making it unique to us. And not only is this going to emulate the style, but it's also going to have a lot of source context in terms of how you write, your tonality, who you are as a business. And then that just avoids all the generic fluff that you normally get with ChatGPT or Claude if you just go straight in and ask for it to create content. Now, once you've loaded up your sources, as you can see, you can select them all, or you can choose not to use some of them. So we're going to select all of them. And then inside the chat section right here, we're going to use this prompt. So I'm going to take this prompt right here. Basically, just to recap on what we're doing with NotebookLM is we've got a keyword. So for example, let's say we want to target the keyword SEO Ontario. And then from there, we're going to say, use my style of writing, create an SEO article about SEO, first person, personalize the content, include some links and optimize it for semantics with relevant size and entities throughout. So it already knows your style, how you write, etc. And then we're just going to paste that in and wait for it to do its magic. Now, you're going to see it's loading, but unlike ChatGPT where it writes the content line by line, it's just going to generate it all in one block once it's finished loading. So you don't see the sentences come out step by step, but once it's done, you're going to see something like this. It's just one thing that I would change, so I'm just going to make sure it stays on topic. So you can see here it's actually just written a generic article about SEO, but we're going to make sure it stays focused on the keyword. Now we've got the content ready to go. And you see it's got sources here, it's got relevant entities. The content still needs to be edited, right? So you would use something like the quality control checklist. This is inside my free course, link in the comments description as well. If you log in and then go to the free content quality section, I'll add it in the notes today. But also, step by step, you would just edit the content before you publish it to make it the best it can be. And then you can just bookmark this link and come back to it anytime you want to create content, right? Because you've got that ready to go. You've got a pre-trained model. It's like a custom GPT, but the difference is you can add multiple sources. So you can add YouTube, you can add websites, whereas you can't really add YouTube directly inside a custom GPT. And additionally, you can link this to Google Docs and Google Slides. Plus, you can have a lot of different sources right here. Additionally, you can copy and paste text in. The more data you give these sort of projects inside NotebookLM, better it's going to be. Now, if you actually go on settings over here, you can define your style, right? So you can, for example, say, I want to write in a custom style, and then just give it some custom prompts right here, which would customize the style to you, how you want to write the content, etc. You can also choose between shorter and longer. Probably if it's for SEO, you're going to go for longer, but just make sure you do cut out the fluff and the quality control. And that was super simple and easy. You can also share this with your team. So you can add people to your team to get access to this. And then, for example, if you're hiring a team or some VAs, etc., they can all work on this project too. And what you could also do is use this as like a training bot too. So for example, if you gave it lots of information about you, your resources, who you are, your brand, etc., and then you were onboarding someone, they could use this as a custom project to just get trained up on them. Now that was example number one. We've got a lot more to cover, so let's keep going through now. The next method that I want to show you is video to blog method, right? Now, for example, whole blog was written based on a video. And so you can take YouTube videos and then you can turn them into blog posts, and they actually come out pretty nice, as you can see right here. And so when you're doing this, for example, if we just check where it's ranking on Google, you can see us ranking on the first page right here. And you can also see it got 700 impressions, which is pretty good for discovery. So you get discovered on the platform that you post it, but you also get the SEO traffic as well. So you're winning both ways. And so the way that we can do this is we can load up a video that we want to turn into a blog post. So for example, here, what I've done is I've taken the video directly from YouTube, plug that into NotebookLM, and then from there we can start generating a blog post. Now, the prompt that I would like to use for this is right here. So we're going to take that prompt and then we can plug it into our notebook project. And I'm going to say inside the article title, okay, Gemini Experimental 1206. And then you can also add like headings and article outlines here too. And then for content creation, you would add some source context. So you're going to insert relevant, detailed information about you, your brand, your company, etc., so that your content is very personalized. So let me just plug that in right here. And after that, we're going to say easy to read, conversational, UK grammar, FAQs, headings, subheadings, etc. Chop it all up, make it sound good. So I'm just going to customize this to us now. So I'm going to put the article title, the source context, links to our funnels, and that should be good to go. And now we've got the content ready to go, as you can see. Now, if you need more content, etc., if let's say you're not happy with the word count, so I think that's pretty short. Let's have a look. So if it's like 400 words, then you can just feed it more details or answer some FAQs, etc., to increase the word count. But basically, what you're doing here is you can easily turn a YouTube video into a blog post, then rank it on Google, and that process works pretty well. Now, here's where NotebookLM gets pretty crazy. So what you can actually do is you can create YouTube videos using NotebookLM. I'll show you my method and how it can work in a second. But you can see, for example, YouTube, it ranks really well on Google. So you can see, for example, the keyword GPT-03. We rank on the first page of Google for that using YouTube, right? And the same if you go on to, say, AI search engines, for example, like Perplexity, you can see here that my video is ranking inside YouTube for that keyword. And it was pretty simple and easy to do. Now, you might also be saying, okay, but can you do that on a new channel? Here's a relatively new channel that we started just last month. Yeah, and also if you start a new YouTube channel, that can get way more traffic than a new website in its first month. So for example, this YouTube channel started at 0 end of November, and it's already had 12,000 views in the last 28 days. And so I'll show you a process that's super simple for creating YouTube videos in a similar way that can get you results, right? So don't think like you need a YouTube channel with 125,000 subscribers to get a lot of reach. The way that we're going to do this is we're going to take a blog post of mine. So for example, like this one, we'll go to create new, we'll add the source. So we're going to plug in website here. You can do this with YouTube videos or whatever you want as well. Obviously, you're going to use your own IP in this. And then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to click on generate over here. And that's going to generate the audio for our video, right? Now, obviously, just to recap on this process. So you take a blog post, you turn that into an audio overview. Now, that's going to be very generic, right? That audio overview. So you're not going to post that directly to YouTube. Instead, you're going to use the new update from NotebookLM that just came out this month to start generating the video content. I'll show you how to do that once this is loaded. All right, so just for the sake of speed, what I've actually done is taken another project from NotebookLM. And what we're going to do right now, you'll see this in a second, is I'm going to open up ChatGPT. You can screencast whatever you want. It's got to be something relevant to the topic, right? For example, if we're making a video like SEO training Honiton, inside the content, then what we're going to do over here is we're going to go to interactive mode, where I can basically interact with the hosts of the podcast in this particular instance, right? So for example, we can create a custom-made audio for this keyword where I interact with the AI hosts for this particular audio, and then we can use that to generate our video, okay? What you're going to do to generate these YouTube videos is you're going to screencast, right? You can do this with Loom, you can do this with OBS if you want to do it for free, and that records your audio on the computer, or you can do this inside Descript as well, right? So for example, for the first part of this video, it's a screencast of me talking inside here, right? So here's how it's going to go down. I'm going to join this, and then I'm going to create content around this topic, interviewed by the podcast hosts. And then whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to screen share ChatGPT to create this video using NotebookLM. it sounds confusing, but it's very simple once you get the point of it, right? So if we click on play over here.
Welcome to another deep dive. Oh, our listeners got something to share. Let's hear it.
All right, so I'm going to tell you a bit about SEO training in Honiton. Now, what do you think when it comes to the best SEO agency to use in Honiton?
Okay, that's a great question. It sounds like you're really thinking about the practical application of SEO.
Yeah, that's a really great question. It's not enough to understand SEO. You have to know who to hire, right?
What's fascinating is from the resources we've looked at, Julian Goldie and his SEO Elite Circle are getting a lot of traction of Honiton.
Yeah, they're definitely positioning themselves as the go-to expert.
So here you can see I actually joined the podcast if we play this back.
So we were just about to talk about how crucial it is to get local Oh, back to our listener. What's up?
All right, so I'm going to tell you a bit about SEO training in Honiton. Now, what do you... And you can see here that we actually joined the conversation, we created the podcast audio, and then the podcast host starts saying how Julian Goldie is the best, his SEO Elite Circle is the best, and we've got this screencast whilst the audio is running, right? And so what you're doing here is creating a video between you and the AI hosts, where you're plugging your content, which is going to rank for that keyword, and then when people watch the video, it generates more awareness, it generates people to go and check out whatever you sell, right? So basically how this process works inside NotebookLM is that you create a blog post, then you're going to record the audio screencast, and then on screen you would include your website whilst the hosts are talking about you, your products, etc. And you can ask relevant questions and join the podcast when you want to inside NotebookLM. And then from there, you just publish to YouTube, you get more traffic, you get more views to whatever you sell, and you rank for your keyword on Google and inside Perplexity and other search engines as well, right? So there's the blog post, there's the audio, and you can just join it right there. And then with Descript or OBS or Loom, you can record your screen. Now, if you're wondering, okay, does that actually work? Surely it's not that easy or simple. Well, here's an example, right? So this is a video that I created with AI, with a similar sort of screencast, except the audio is not as good. You can see I'm just on ChatGPT. It got 227 views already, and it literally took me like 5 minutes 40 to record the video. It's just a screencast of ChatGPT and my website for this particular keyword, right? So it's super simple. All the audio was created with AI.
Use a business's website to find
but the AI voice is not that good compared to NotebookLM and compared to like you interacting with the host on NotebookLM, right? So it's a really powerful workflow that I don't think anyone is using, but you can see how easy it is to generate interesting YouTube content using this process. And also it's completely free, right? Because you don't pay for NotebookLM, you don't pay for the interactive mode, and you don't pay for the screencast software if you're using something like OBS or Loom. The final method that I want to show you inside NotebookLM, so for example, if we go into this post right here, I'm going to uncheck all the sources. I'm going to go into the settings, add custom instructions, add my source context. I'm going to say always write in first person, and then include some information about me, who I am, etc. Hit save from there. And now this project inside NotebookLM, it has custom instructions on who I am, how to write, etc. And then once we've loaded the blog post that we want to create content around, we can then say, okay, create an email, social media post, Twitter thread, and school post around my topic of Boynton Beach SEO. And basically what we can do is we can chop up that content that we created inside the blog and then turn it into 1, 2, 3, 4 different pieces of content so that we get more leverage out of it, more output without doing any extra work. And you can see here, for example, it's create the school post, the Twitter thread, the social media post, and the email too. Now, if you're wondering, okay, now again, you might be wondering, okay, does that actually work? All of our posts on Twitter are pretty much generated with AI, obviously with some quality control that I've already talked about, but you can see we reach like anywhere between 200,000 and 100,000 people per day on Twitter. Same on LinkedIn, we reach like 47,000 people on LinkedIn with our AI generated posts. We grew a school community with 2,500 people using the same process. So it's not like this stuff doesn't work. You just have to use it in the right way. Obviously, it's all about quality control, but you can easily generate content using the original source and then chop that up into 5 to 10 different pieces of content that will reach more customers across many different platforms without any extra work. So thanks so much for watching. What I've actually done is I've taken all the posts, all the prompts, etc. from today, all the processes, along with a bunch of other processes that I came up with last week on how to use NotebookLM. You can see all these different SEO use cases right here. So if you want to get more leads, traffic, and sales of SEO, feel free to get my free SEO course with 200 ChatGPT prompts, workflows, SOPs, a community of 2,500 SEOs, 50 free SEO tools, and that's completely free and available for you to get. Link in the comments description. You can see all the stuff you get. It's outrageous. This is hundreds of hours of work, and I'm giving it to you for free just to help you. So feel free to get that link in the comments description, then log in, go to free SEO tools, and then if you scroll down, you'll find the video notes inside the Notebook LM section. Now, if you want to get a free SEO strategy session as well, feel free to get that link in the comments description. We'll show you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 visits a month and generate thousands of dollars in sales on autopilot. On this free link building acceleration session, you'll get a free SEO domination plan, discover the secrets of link building, or answer any questions you have one-to-one, and you'll learn the best link building strategy for your website, plus how to quickly outrank your competitors' link building, and how to 10x the SEO traffic based on what's working for us, right? Normally, people are paying thousands of dollars for a consultant. We just give it away for free because we want to help you. Feel free to get that link in the comments description. You can see all the people that we've helped along the way. Hopefully, we can help you too. All right, cheers. Bye-bye.